Good evening, everyone. Romney Smith at WTOC for The News Now. This is where we bring you local, regional, and national stories that we're following for you tonight on various platforms. That includes our website, WTOC.com, the WTOC apps, Amazon Fire, Roku, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. There are so many areas you can watch us, so we thank you for giving us just a few minutes of your evening. Also want to thank those of you who are interacting with us on Facebook, Pam Hinton, Hal Ussery, Patricia Leggett. I see you guys waving and saying hello, so I certainly appreciate that. So when it comes to school news, the Savannah-Chatham County School Board members are no close to voting on a new recess policy. So under the current proposal, it would change the rules for recess, giving teachers and principals the power to decide what recess looks like for students. Every board member at today's meeting, and a lot of you have weighed in on what you think the district's unstructured break policy should look like. Their conversation today ended with the board still unsure of what to do.
So why not mandate 30 minutes? Because schools are very fluid places with lots of things happening every day. If we mandate 30 minutes, we all know it takes one parent with a stopwatch to raise objections if we fall short.
Officers say encouragement simply isn't enough, and they want those 30 minutes of recess mandated. One board member even introduced her own policy at today's meeting. To read more about this story, visit our website, WTOC.com. We also continue to follow news out of Fort Stewart tonight. The wife of a deployed soldier was found dead late last night in her home, which was on the post. Investigators right now are looking for a person of interest. People living in the areas are shocked to learn of the woman's death and have questioned how and why it happened. And this is the vehicle that they're specifically looking for. It's a black 2018 Honda Accord with the Georgia license plate RLQ 1762. Officials say the person in the vehicle is not named as a suspect at this time, but they do want to speak with them to see if they know anything about the woman's death. And that's what investigators and the community want to know as well. Keep in mind, special agents with the U.S. Army Criminal Investigation Command are looking into this.
I really hope they find the person who did that, because that's just awful.
Oh, very sad. I mean, I've been deployed before, and I couldn't even imagine having to come home with that news. And not only that, now the surrounding community where she lived, I'm sure, is somewhat frightened. So it's disheartening.
This all started after police on base received a call from a concerned family member wanting them to check on the woman. That routine wellness check turned into an active homicide investigation. As soon as we learn that woman's name or the name of the deployed spouse, we will let you know. And if we get more information or the person in that vehicle that they're looking for is found, we will also continue to let you know. This is an active investigation. Again, a woman who is the wife of a deployed soldier was found dead on the post late last night, and this all came after a concerned family member had called the post police and said, I want you to do a wellness check on her, and when they did, they found her dead, and they are now investigating. Moving on, police in Metter want you to take a very close look at the cash you might receive. They've had multiple reports this week of counterfeit money. Police tell WTOC that earlier this week they got an alert from a local bank that they'd seen 5 counterfeit bills in just 2 days. Police say the bills are in their 50s or 20s, and they're unknowingly deposited by a business or by the city. Couple this with reports in other local communities of fake cash, and police want everyone to be aware and examine paper money to make sure it looks and feels like currency, and also check out anything that seems suspicious.
We're encouraging our business owners to, if they think they've come across a fake or counterfeit bill, to contact the bank and take the actual bill itself to the bank and let them examine it.
Metter police say some of the fake currency showing up is commonly used in movies and film production sets, but that it's clearly marked that it's fake, but the outside looks very real. So they say just be check. Right now, the Secret Service is also assisting to find the fake money. Well, I don't have to tell you, it's really hot outside still. Taking a look at the WTOC First Alert Twitter page, these are some of the advisories that we have going on right now. There's a coastal flood advisory until 9 o'clock tonight in the areas of Bright Green. So we're looking at Beaufort, Hilton Head Island, all of these areas right along the coast, Tybee Island. So that's where we want to look, coastal flood advisory. Just be aware and be safe. Of course, if you want more details on weather, we have another digital newscast coming up at 9 p.m. right here. So we certainly appreciate your time. I don't see any questions right now on any of the news stories, so just keep in mind, you can always stay in touch with us on our website, WTOC.com, as well as our social media pages. That includes Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. Have a good night.